Hey there. It's me, Eden. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe to my channel and visit my Patreon page for early access, link in the comment, thanks. After breakfast we went into the living room and opened up our presents. Everyone made a big fuss over their gifts and we had a great time. Mom and I had brought back some hand-carved miniature figures for Aunt Jessica's collection and she loved them. I had gotten a couple of new games for Carol's computer and Mom had bought her a laser printer. Everything else was clothes, jewelry, cosmetics, or grooming items. After all the gifts had been opened, Mom gave Aunt Jess a Christmas card from us that contained a gift certificate good for one round trip to England. We had known that she'd want to go once she learned that we were going to be there. She cried a few tears and thanked us for the gift. Then it was time to clean up the mess in the living room, bathe and dress, and finish the preparations for dinner. Everything was almost done when Dad arrived. He came in wearing the Santa suit again and said a ho, ho, ho. Because we hadn't been home for Thanksgiving, we hadn't seen him since last Christmas. I went to him and gave him a kiss. Merry Christmas, Santa. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Merry Christmas, Bill, Mom said as she sniffed his breath. Merry Christmas, Susan. I'm clean. So I see. Carol gave him a kiss and said, Merry Christmas, Daddy. Merry Christmas, darling. Aunt Jess gave him a peck on the cheek and said, Merry Christmas, Santa. Dad smiled and said, Merry Christmas, Jess. Merry Christmas to all. Mom said, Okay, everyone, dinner is almost ready, but we still have work to do. Bill, the bird is cooling and almost ready to carve. Everybody else, let's finish setting the table and put the food out. We threw ourselves into our tasks and within 15 minutes we were sitting down to eat as Dad carved the turkey. Over dinner we talked about the Mexico movie and the others that I had done, and Dad learned about the new one in England. $7.5 million, he exclaimed loudly. Then in a lower, almost contemplative tone, $7.5 million. I won't make that much in my entire lifetime and you're getting it for 3 months' work. I'm proud of you, honey. You're only 18 and you've made an indelible mark on the world already. Millions of people are paying to see your acting and you're going to be world famous in the not-too-distant future. Bill, stop it, Mom said. You'll give Crystal a swelled head. I don't think so. She's too down to earth for that. You did a fine job with both girls, Susan. I wish that I could claim part of the credit, but it's all yours. Now you'll give me a swollen head. Cut it out. Did you see Crystal's newest picture yet? The very first night that it played in Dayton. Everybody in my office has seen it, too. Everyone keeps asking me to bring Crystal in for a visit. Do you think that you might stop in one of these days, honey? Sure, Daddy. When I find time to make a side trip. Maybe after I get back from England in late April or early May. I'll let you know. That'd be great. Thanks, honey. Tell me about your new movie so that I can impress all of the guys at work with my advanced knowledge. I gave Dad a basic synopsis of the movie but stopped short of spoiling the ending for him. By then everyone had finished eating and, after clearing the table, we went into the living room to exchange presents with Dad. Dad had taken off the Santa suit before we ate, but he put the hat on before handing out the gifts that he had brought. Carol and I got the gifts out from under the tree that we had all gotten for him and brought them to his chair. It's frequently difficult to buy gifts for someone whom you only see a couple of times a year. This year, Carol and I had gotten him a cell phone with 600 monthly minutes. The contract was paid up for a full year. We had also gotten him other accessories such as a hands-free car hookup and extra batteries. Mom had gotten him a new bathrobe and slippers of the type that he liked, and Aunt Jess had gotten him some shirts. Dad gave Mom a beautiful necklace with matching earrings. Aunt Jessica got a nice sweater. Both Carol and I received skirts and blouses. We both thanked Dad by giving him a hug and kiss. He hugged and kissed each of us as well, thanking us for the phone and accessories. When we were done, Mom gave Dad an envelope. He opened it and read the papers that were inside. "Is this official?" "Yes, the court approved it and it's legally filed." I began the process before we went to Mexico. "You no longer have to pay any child support. Crystal's income means that they don't need the money anymore, and I'm sure that you could use it." The court agreed. Dad was speechless for a couple of minutes. When he was able to speak again, he said, in a slightly broken voice, "Thank you. I'm glad that things have worked out so well, for all of us. With the extra money, I'll be able to get a decent apartment now, a place where I hope that all of you will feel welcome to visit me for a change. My present place is just a studio apartment." "Thank you." I got up and went over to him. "Merry Christmas, Daddy." I gave him another kiss on his cheek. He kissed me back and hugged me. "Merry Christmas, baby." He pulled me onto his lap. "Merry Christmas, everyone." I sensed that he was trying to change the subject to keep from getting teary-eyed when he said, "Where's your boyfriend this Christmas?" "Brad?" "Oh, we broke up. He found somebody new at college." "I'm sorry." "No need to be. We'll still be good friends, and I genuinely hope that he's happy." "What about you? Are you happy?" I thought for a moment. "Yes, I think that I am. I have a job that I enjoy, I get to travel, and I'm free from financial worry." "What about school? I know that you were looking forward to college." "Yes, I was, but I was reminded by someone while in Mexico that college was originally just the path to a good career. I have that already. And I'll go back to school one day. I'll be able to afford to go to whatever school I want to, and take whatever courses I want to without having to worry if they'll help me get a job." "Then I'm happy for you. All I could ever want for you girls is to be happy." We sat around talking for a few hours and then got out the food again. No one was really hungry, but we nibbled a little bit and then had some of the desserts that we had made. Dad left around 7 o'clock after kissing and hugging each of us, including Mom. Debbie came over the next morning and we went shopping. Carol decided to wait for Sherry and Heather, and we agreed to meet at the Pizza Tomb at 1 o'clock. Naturally, I wore my disguise, but after meeting friends from high school, the word leaked out when friends started calling me by name. Before I knew it, strangers asking for autographs surrounded me. It was lucky for me that Debbie was there because some of the fans got out of hand and decided to take souvenirs. I lost my wig and dark glasses, and I was in danger of losing my purse and coat when Debbie started to hit people who were grabbing at me. Mall security arrived in time to separate us from the mob, and they helped us to get away to the mall office. We were a bit disheveled but still in one piece as we were escorted to a rear office where we could pull ourselves together. As we put our purses on the desk, Debbie held out her arm. "Here." I realized that she was holding my wig. I reached for it as I said, "How did you get it?" I slugged the girl who ripped it off your head and took it out of her hand as she dropped. "Did you hurt her?" "I hope so. I bet that her nose is going to be sore for a week." "I don't understand what happened." I've never had a problem like that before. Fans have always been so courteous. I guess that it only takes a couple of nuts to get the crowd going, and then they get a mob mentality. Once one of them got your sunglasses and started screaming about it, they seemed to change. Suddenly they all wanted something of yours. It was crazy. We finished getting ourselves pulled back together and fixed our makeup. I managed to get my wig combed out and put it on. When we were done, we looked as we had started, except I no longer had my sunglasses. The security people had a private entrance to the mall, so we didn't have to go back out onto the concourse. They let Debbie out and she went to get her car and bring it back. One of the security people said to me, "Miss Ramsey, I suggest that you get a couple of bigger bodyguards if you're going to go out in public. You're too big a movie star to walk around with just one." Thank you, but Debbie is my friend, not a bodyguard. Really? She handled herself pretty well out there. The nurse's office reported that one girl got a broken nose. A broken nose? Oh, no. I wouldn't worry. She'll be okay. I doubt if she'll have a good suit. Suit? Lawsuit. I wasn't even thinking about that. I don't think that you have to worry. We have the entire incident on videotape. The girl was clearly the aggressor. She attacked you and ripped the wig off your head. She was smiling like she had won the lottery when your friend turned off her lights. She fell like a sack of potatoes after that, as your friend grabbed the wig back. The girl doesn't have a case, but she may try. We'll make sure to protect our security tape, and a copy will be available for your attorney. Thank you. You're most welcome. I know that you've just been through an ordeal, but can I impose upon you for your autograph? I smiled at him. That's the least that I could do after being rescued. What's your name? Willis. I wrote on the pad that he was offering, to my friend Willis, "Thanks for your help, Crystal Ramsey." Here you are, Willis. Thank you, Miss Ramsey. I'll treasure it. My pleasure. Thanks for the help that you and the others gave me. I heard a car horn sound and Willis looked up at a bank of television monitors. Your friend is at our private entrance. I followed Willis to the door and then outside. Debbie was waiting in the car with the passenger side partly open, and I slid into the seat and pulled the door closed. I smiled and waved to Willis as we drove away. Willis said that you broke the girl's nose. Did I? Serves her right, the little bitch. The security guard thinks that she might sue. Sue? We were only defending ourselves. He said that they have a tape that shows her aggression, but that she might try anyway. Well, she can't sue you. I'm the one that hit her. Don't worry about it too much. If she sues, I'll hire the best lawyer in the state. You can get your boyfriend. Brad? He's not a lawyer yet, and he's not even my boyfriend. But I might get his father. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it if it becomes a problem. What'll we do now? We can't go shopping. I have to call the pizza tomb at 1 o'clock to tell Carol what happened so they won't be worried when we don't show up. Why don't we go to Grandma's house? Okay. It'll be a little cold for a while until the heat comes up. We leave it set to 45 degrees in the winter. I smiled. That's okay. We can snuggle up in a blanket while we watch a video. Debbie looked at me and smiled. Let's stop and get a good one that we haven't seen. I wonder if they have any Crystal Ramsey movies. Oh, yuck. Her again. I said jokingly. Debbie dropped me off at home just before 5 p.m. We had spent the afternoon curled up together watching videos. Debbie had asked, but the video store didn't have any Ramsey movies in stock. Only A Promise of Spring and Open Spaces, Closed Hearts had been released on video so far. Mom and Carol were in the kitchen when I came in and I sat down and told them about the problem at the mall. Well, Mr. Daniels told us it would happen. He said that you would need bodyguards eventually to protect you from the fans that love you. I just never expected it to happen here. I probably would have been okay if my friends hadn't been yelling my name out. That's what attracted the crowd. It doesn't matter what started it, we have to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Let's go back to California, I said. There's less chance of that happening there. I just got home, Carol said. I don't want to go back yet. I have a date with Vinny for New Year's Eve. What are you doing for New Year's, by the way? I don't have any plans. I know that I'm not going to the Reese's this year. Why don't you come with us? Stephanie Campbell invited us to a party at her house. Nah, I don't have a date. You could get a date in 10 seconds. You're Crystal Ramsey. Every bachelor in town, and most of the married men too, would take you out in an instant. I don't want to go to a New Year's Eve party with someone I don't know. They'll want to kiss at midnight. So, you kiss actors that you don't know every time you perform. That's different. How? I don't know. It's just different. Then how about going out with someone from the theater? How about that guy that was in both of your plays? What's his name? Rick? No. I don't want to encourage him. Someone told me that he's carrying a touch for me. There must be somebody that you'll go out with in this town. Well, I said thoughtfully, there just might be somebody. I'll call later to find out if he's available. Please subscribe for the next part and visit my Patreon page for early access. Link in the comment, thanks.